Okay, that's me. That's me. Can you hear us? That is, y'all. I'm sorry. I am still playing with the stuff. That is my fault. I'm like, can you hear us? And I got him on mute. That's the darn screen, y'all. I got LaRon,
That ain't
Mr.
what that is. That ain't what that is. Tell the truth now. Oh, keep the introduction going. We're gonna tell the truth though.
I got Mr. Takeover. LaRon, how you doing?
I'm all right. How about you, Miss Technical Difficulties over there?
I know, right? Like, I'm gonna get it together. I'm gonna get it together. We got Tank the sports guy. What's going on?
Late night, huh? Late night, huh?
We were just binge watching.
Binge
We were just
watching.
binge.
That's a new term for
And
it.
that's what I'm finna say, being watching each other, huh? Being watching each other.
I be falling asleep.
First one fall asleep blues.
And we got the engineer, Mr. Nelson Cruz, over there on the ones and twos. Thank you so much for coming in this morning for the mail room. How you doing today? You good? Good. That's it's always good. I'm trying to tell you, keep good people in your pocket now. You be nice to them because by him being on the engineer board, you make them mad. He can cut the mics off. Cut the mics off. Nah, but how y'all doing out there? How's everybody doing? Y'all good?
I'm here. I'm black. I'm black.
You black?
I'm black.
We started binge watching, but we ain't binge watching as long as y'all did.
Yeah, y'all don't binge watch. You
want to give up?
You know what? Y'all don't binge watch?
Yes, we do.
Netflix and chill.
We binge watch. Yes, we binge watch very well.
Hey, what? And then before you know it, it's 3:30, 4:30 in the morning.
It was 4:30 this morning. I was like, I can't watch another episode. I'm like, but we were trying to get done through the whole series. He got me caught up on Family Business. Y'all ever watch that?
No.
On BET?
No.
It was a pretty cool little series, I guess. It was last year.
It's normally is family business when you binge watching each other.
You know what?
Ain't it though? Hey, listen. Sometimes it might turn into a costume party. Who did you come at? Who were your last name?
With that moo sleep with the head wrap.
Hey, hold on now, because Auntie might have superpowers. Might have superpowers. You never know.
Hey, you never know. Now these days, sure. But no, we were. I was trying to he had to go to work, so I was trying to continue to watch the series. And I'm like, okay, it's 4:30. Let me go on and go to bed, go to sleep, because I got to be up here in the mail room and be all.
We've been watching Stranger Things.
Yeah. Okay. So is this the last season? The final season?
Yeah, it's done.
Okay, because I got to catch up on the episodes for this season. Oh.
Yeah.
Have you finished it?
I had finished 3. I ain't started 4, but she couldn't remember all of them, so I started back over with her. So we back in the 3rd season. So we had cut it off last night because she had to go to work this morning.
Gotcha.
Too. And
Gotcha. Yeah, I got to finish watching 4. So yeah. What you binge watch? What you and the missus catch up on? Y'all watch TV like that? Those movies?
Right now. My wife is big. You got sometimes you just gotta watch what your wife's watching.
Yeah.
And my wife is a huge history buff.
Okay.
So she knows everything about the English monarchy.
Okay.
Oh,
and the French. And right now she's binge watching, what is it, Versailles.
Okay.
And and I mean, when I say she's a history buff, she's a real history buff. She can tell you the order that King Louis killed his wife. I mean, yes, she's really into it.
Hey,
so by default,
you has she ever did her ancestry?
Has she ever did ancestry? No.
You should tell her to do ancestry because I can't stand history. Our history over here sucks because it's a lie. But that's a whole nother story. But I'm a history buff myself. and not to cut into you right quick, but I did my ancestry, and I was the same way, kind of like her, but I couldn't understand why I was so fascinated with the area over there. Well, 15% of my ancestry comes from the Scottish, England, UK area.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Which one did you do? The black African ancestry or the regular ancestry?
I just did the regular ancestry. I haven't did the black yet.
Okay. Yeah, I said I was gonna dibble and dabble. My niece did hers, and I forgot what she part of. I forgot. We all mixed up in my family.
I'm glad to know y'all just giving white folks y'all DNA.
And I told her, no, I was like, because she knew, she's like, don't be like that, auntie. I said, you didn't go on and sign over your rights on, did you?
I don't know.
I'm like, you can tell that you all mixed up. What else you want to know?
Yeah. I don't know about doing my DNA.
I thought about doing, but they said to do the African ancestry. Because I'll be like, I do want to. I think I'm gonna make that one of my gifts this year.
I'm gonna tell them do mine when I'm gone.
See, so look, we got an enlightening and fascinating show today. We have the phenomenal CEO, Miss Chelsea Speaks of Women Are Dope coming in today. She'll be here in the studio, and we're gonna talk about her journey, and of course, y'all know we're on the new home of 101 TKO Radio. I need y'all to go on over there right now to www.101tkoradio.com so you can listen in. We want you to tune in and listen to the mailroom. So she'll be in the studio, and we're just gonna chit chat it up today, and we got a lot to talk about, y'all. I've been getting people to send me topics. Hey, sis, can you talk about this? And I said, just send me the list. I got you.
They want to talk on the mail room.
They want to talk on the mail room. Hey, Erica, how you doing?
Messages from him with TaShon and friends.
They want to talk. They got questions and all of that. So we're going to jump right into it with LaRon. Let's run it back with LaRon, Mr. Takeover. Yeah. What you got for us today?
Oh, man, I'm a very controversial person, right?
Yeah, we know. What you got for us?
All righty. So, if y'all really had to think about it, Malcolm X, right?
Mm-hmm.
The issue with the X, what was the X mainly for on the back of his name?
His lost tribe, his lost name.
Right. So, wifey sent me over some a YouTube video, and this family bought a family house. They wanted to celebrate different things, and it was a nice size house. Come to find out, it was pretty much their family slave master's house.
Mm-hmm.
And they literally stayed down the street. The family stayed down the street from this house. So it's a long story. But what I wanted to get into was, it really started making me realize. I started doing some investigating, some researching, and I think a lot of us know this, and I want to run it back to our last names. Our last name, quote unquote, has value. We want to give it to our wives. We want this legacy in our last name. But if you really think about it, our last names are not ours. Our last names legacy actually still, quote unquote, goes back to our slave master's legacy. Our real names are only our first names, because regardless if another person has your first name, your mom sat and said, hey, this is what I want to name you. So your name is original to you, regardless of how many people have it, or your middle name. So it gave me a chance to start respecting the fact that even though the names may sound crazy, but it's original. And that X actually should have been something that was established from the very beginning of, quote unquote, freedom of the black slaves. We should have never acquired the master's last name. And I've always been a person that was weird about what's so important about our last name, why we got to have our dad's last name, why are we passing it on to our wife type thing. And for me, going through all of that and seeing that and understanding that now, it speaks out to me a little bit more. And actually, I was sitting down and talking to wifey. We're going to change our last name.
So y'all are going to change your last name. Okay. So and you know that's a process. So you're going to start the process.
Yep.
Okay. Wow. That's a big jump. I know a couple of people who are doing it and who have already finished the process or whatever. And I guess, I mean, like I always tell people, you have to do when you do your history and your research, you know, and depending on your family history or whatnot, I mean, you have that right to do that. So y'all are ready for that.
Well, her ancestry, she's straight African. You know, I'm a melting pot of everybody. I got some Asian folks in me, and I've even come across and contacted a couple of
really
my white side, but you know, they really don't know anything. A couple of the people was like, well, my dad knows, and you know, never really had no response to it. But it's just sad, you know.
Yeah.
Because I just posted something recently that stated that we should have access to that legacy money that Master had. Since we got his last name. And like with me, I'm a part of the family. You know, I need some of that wealth. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah.
And
really?
I think it's important now more than anything that we do seriously look into who we are. They've actually put a cap on that in the system to stop us to go back and research and understand where we're coming from, because they don't want us digging up those graves, and not just metaphorically graves, because they don't want to talk about that information. You know what I'm saying? So I just think really, and it's just my opinion, not telling anybody or hurting anybody or making anybody feel bad about them feeling great about their last name. I'm just understanding more than anything that our last name just really isn't ours.
Yeah.
It's never been. And we parade it as in a great thing. Even though some people do bad things, but those that do great, their name is just glorifying the person that enslaved us.
Right. So when y'all made this family decision, was it a hard decision, or it was just really something that both of y'all were on one accord? It was like, you know what, this is our opportunity.
We were just talking, and again, like I was just telling Tank, me and wife, we are history buffs, and we'll sit down and watch a documentary in a minute. And so I can't remember what exactly it was that stemmed that fire in me, and I just came to him like, hey, and I just recently made the post. We changing our name to actually Mr. and Mrs. Takeover. Why not?
I mean, why not? You could.
Yeah.
I mean, if it has meaning from it, get a trademark though.
Yes, exactly. And that's the other thing so we're just
get a trademark so you can
trying to
figure out generational wealth.
You got to, but what you're gonna do is have a whole bunch of folks knocking on some white folks. Hey,
give my money.
My last name Carson.
So exactly, but no, for real. But that's my point.
I'll be in Hollywood.
That is my point.
Yeah, because Colliers run Atlanta. It's a Collier sign everywhere. I'd be like, I know that's part of mine.
It is so many Williams.
How many years was my uncle on TV?
Exactly.
How many years was he on? Did we get our money?
Right, hey. Erica, run me my money.
Hey,
they'll be calling us. I need you to change your name. I need you to get off this money train you on right now.
Right.
Just to expand it a little bit more, it because when they supposedly let us go, they got paid for us.
Yeah.
And I looked at and where is that? Macon. I was looking at the archives of Macon where people were leaving the plantation that had like a wife, dude had a wife, maybe like 7+ kids. They had at least 7+ kids, all of them, and they was getting like $3,000, $4,000 for each family.
Wow.
And they were. What made me cry was even though they stated that we was free, we were still under surveillance of a white person. And a white person, that white person was getting paid $400 if he kept us in check.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like, again, and once we left that plantation, their name was established. They had to go get their license for $50. And if they didn't have $50 to get a license, they were put in jail. But I'm like, you live in a plantation, you may have not been working, you may have not getting money or whatnot. And so how am I gonna have $50? So it was all messed up. But it just really opened my eyes to that. We were told that man, and which we were, and I'm looking at this as continuing the father hood thing. The man was basically told that him and his family was free, but let me give you my last name because I need folks to know that you came from my plantation.
Yeah.
So in hindsight, we're still tied up in that system.
Yeah. Of the name.
It wasn't just a system though.
No,
because let's be honest, a lot of those people thought that slavery, us being free, was going to be overturned. Yeah. Because I'm from Louisiana, so the parish where I'm from was never free.
Okay.
It's actually in the Constitution that these parishes were excluded.
Yes.
Wow.
So technically, we're still owned by.
Is that
scary?
Yes. But I want you to try to round me up.
Right.
That's it.
I want you to try to round me up.
Ain't that in Alabama too?
I'm not sure.
Yes, it is. Some of the counties in Alabama and also in Texas, they excluded them from actually being emancipated.
Oh man, don't talk about Texas. Texas trying to change slavery.
So y'all celebrating 4th of July?
No.
Huh?
I'm just asking.
I just celebrated Juneteenth.
Y'all barbecued out.
I don't even celebrate Christmas or Thanksgiving anymore.
Well, my family and I, we celebrated it, but we celebrated the true meaning of it. So like for my dad, because with my dad, he was on that level. So for us, our Christmas wasn't about gifts and all that. So that's why we're accustomed, like we don't have to give gifts because we celebrate God and the gathering and whatnot. So for us, the whole Christmas gifts and the whole traditional commercialized Christmas, we never did do. We didn't have a tree. We didn't have a tree until we got like grown in our own homes. You know what I'm saying?
Why do I imagine your dad being like Fury's Boys in the Hood?
He was. He was short.
Yep. We're going to talk about financial literacy in the first.
He was, but like, ain't no white man come down no chimney. I'm the one that went over y'all. And my mom would be like, Joe, those are the girls, please.
But think about it though.
And he would just ruin all of our little, ain't no tooth fairy. I'm the one that put the money on your I was like, my mom would be like, Joe, these are my girls.
You really believe there's a white man coming down this chimney?
Ain't no pilgrims, nothing. We were all, no, ain't no thing. We ain't doing it. Like, that was what my dad was.
That's the reality. That's the reality.
We start off teaching our kids these lies.
Yeah, and that's what happens. And then when you can't afford to get them Christmas gifts, and then you're busted and you're stressed out, and you're like, because you had, and I get it, because I have a niece and a nephew, and so we enjoyed those moments, but we also were truthful with them. You know what I'm saying? Because again, you got to have these conversations. You got to understand what these holidays are. Like, if you choose to celebrate them, like really go in depth of what they are, and what that's just always something we believe, you know. So
with these new kids,
to reality.
Yeah.
Right. But with these new kids, they looking up with these holidays.
Yeah, they are. So
it's funny because
it ain't adding up. It ain't adding up.
No, right.
I imagine you in the mall and they hollering, ain't really no Santa Claus.
Right,
I'm like, what are you doing? They just fooling these kids. Like, you to tell these children.
It's not. So thank you, Mr. Takeover. I enjoyed that. I mean, like keeping us informed about that. I appreciate that. So
that's gonna be his new name.
I know, Mr. Takeover, Mr. and Mrs. Takeover.
I am playing with it.
Hey, there you go. So listen, y'all, it's 101 TKO Radio. I need y'all to tune in right now. After this song break, we're gonna come back with Tank the Sports Guy. What you got for us? You got something good for us?
Oh, it's good, but it's bad.
Oh. 101 TKO Radio. Be right back. Welcome back, y'all. It is 101 TKO Radio. I'm your girl, TaShon of the Mail Room. I got LaRon, Mr. Takeover. I got
yes.
Sports Guy.
Yes,
and
sir.
of course, DJ Johnny Prince is on the road. And we got So thank you all for coming back in. Again, if you're on StreamYard, I mute. Don't go anywhere, but mute due to Facebook and music. And but I need y'all to tune in to 101 TKO Radio .com so that you can hear the music. You said, "Oh, that was still the break." Yes, India, we were still on break, but you're back. We back now, girl. Thank you so much for joining us. So listen, we got Tank the Sports Guy with his sports talk. What you got for us, Tank?
Ooh.
What's happening?
Be young and have a whole bunch of money.
I don't get it. What is wrong with these people?
Listen, the Deshaun Watson case is the big deal right now in the NFL because the last 3 days, they've just listened to testimony of what happened.
Wow.
This young man has 25 women suing him.
Oh, wow.
25.
How old is this little boy?
He's now 24.
Oh, dang. He got more women than his age.
Right. Hold on. Listen, this is what his new contract was. $240 million with $230 million guaranteed.
God,
so he's still getting paid.
He was getting paid suspended for a whole year last year.
Oh, that must be nice. You get paid suspension.
He paid suspension. It was like what, 30 million? About what, 30 million?
What, he got to get it back?
Sitting on the bench. No, not a dime. He went to practice. They told him, hey, sit at home.
So he still got paid with all these allegations.
Correct. And the allegations were that he would hire these masseuses and perform sexual things that were inappropriate.
Wow. At 24.
At 20, so he was 22 when this happened.
Oh,
remember, he was suspended for he didn't play last year, and this year he might not play because they may suspend him for a whole year. Someone said even indefinite because the behavior.
Right.
So what happened was the Texans knew that he had a fetish for massage therapists, so they gave him non-disclosure agreements to give to each one. So whatever happens in therapy wouldn't be disclosed. And what happened? But this is the thing: the company that the Texans hired, the massage company, actually are the ones that got things rolling when they complained that he was using outside therapists, and how this could be, one, dangerous to get COVID, and also leave them open for liability and litigation.
Wait. So let me understand this. So basically, they were in agreement with what was going on, but then he ends up going outside.
Well, no, it's that entitlement thing. You have correct, but you have a young quarterback. They knew what was going on. Instead of addressing it and actually saying, "Hey, this is not too appropriate,"
they fed into it.
They made sure that legally no one can come back and actually give him,
Yeah.
And the problem is, it's kind of weird when you're giving a massage and you feel something wet on your hand. That ain't part of the massage. Yeah.
Nasty boy.
I mean, and I had to say it. He was he's worse than Antonio Brown.
So he was sitting there and he was laying there, but the massage therapist, they knew, right?
Within the company, they knew, and it was found that they were obliging and making sure his ending was happy.
That's what I was saying.
They're coming back now suing. And see, that's the bull crap.
And see, the thing is, when you go outside the company and you went on his own, that's what opened it up, because he just was going through Instagram. Oh yeah,
yeah, that's what I was saying. So,
so he put his stuff out in business,
and then said, "Hey, I'm going." But the thing is, he was flying them in. Basically, he opened himself up. But the thing is, it was the behavior.
All of them should go to jail.
Number one,
you have a lot of money. Number one,
right.
Number two, you can hire somebody for this, but instead you wanted random strangers in therapy.
Yes.
You know what? I blame his tribe. Somebody in that crew was not old enough to teach him how to be discreet about the stuff that he was doing. How in the heck are you going to sit there? See, that's where they mess up at posting.
But see, the thing is, the lawyer that gave him the paperwork should have been the one that's, listen, we know you got a little freaky problem. Okay.
But these massage therapists, they knew. All of them knew about it.
They didn't know. They were random and new because remember after.
But they pretty much kind of knew.
Imagine this: you were flown in to give somebody a massage, and all of a sudden you feel something wet dripping on your.
And you decide.
But they never came. A lot of them didn't come back. A lot of them actually, like I said, the same thing. But a lot of them were one timers. And if you some of them, like literally, when you go to HBO and you go to Brian Gumbel's show and you watch the interview, and these women are talking. It's real. Like the woman with Antonio Brown, she's painting a picture. Yeah. And she felt something dripping on her back.
Yeah. That's why the stuff can't happen to me, because I'm telling. I'm calling right there. I'm telling. I'm not waiting anymore. Yeah. No, I'm telling. I'm be like, this nasty boy then put something on me, and it wasn't water. It came out of his pee-pee. That is wrong.
It's just nasty. It's not an excuse.
I did not go to school for this mess.
It's not an excuse.
Now pay me my money. I'm sure.
The last two women.
That don't make any sense.
He settled most of the suits, but the last three, I think, he settled 22 out of 25.
So he settled all.
Oh, he had to settle them.
Wow.
And so you imagine, and it's undisclosed. So imagine what that money looked like. But the last two, I think 3 or 4, they're holding on. They've actually refiled their suits and put protections in it, saying, "Nah, you enabled him."
Yes.
I would definitely do that. I would definitely. Yeah, because you knew that this boy had a
You even
problem.
had a disclosure sign, so you wouldn't get in trouble. That's all. That disclosure ain't have nothing to do with him. That had something to do with the text.
Exactly. That's crazy.
To me, I mean, in all facets, it's wrong because I mean, the thing is, it's the facts that you don't know.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that the Browns didn't know all these details when they signed him to this deal. So now they just paid him for the year.
And they can't take that money back like they can.
No.
Wow.
No. So now you've signed him. Right. He won't be able to play. Yeah. You got to pay him. And guess what? You don't have a quarterback. And so you may, and they're pushing for an indefinite, not just a year. They're looking, he doesn't need to be in the NFL, which means that after a year, he has to reapply and prove that mentally he deserves to be in the NFL.
Wow.
I mean, to me, it's not just that. It's listen, I always talk about it, but it's serious.
Yeah.
Talk to these young men.
Yeah, like, don't they have publicists and a team? Aren't they supposed to have?
It's not just that. Somebody at home.
I'm going to say, it's not going to be that.
Young man at a young age.
Yeah.
Dad, I understand. Uncle, they didn't have him in his life. Somebody. He was coaches. I blame the coaches because this isn't behavior that just started. You don't just start doing this.
Yeah.
All money does is bring out what's already.
And then it kind of makes you think, what did he do in high school football? Like, what was he doing? College. Yeah. High school, college.
And they hit it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, these behaviors aren't brand new. I know, like I tell my son, money does not change people. It just brings out and intensifies who they really are on the inside.
Yeah.
So it's crazy, but it's a story that's going on, and it's a shame because we were just talking about the evolution of the black quarterback.
Yeah.
But you literally are doing this shenanigans, and you're justifying it, and it all of it is just behaviors that could have been in check that somebody could have had a conversation with him about.
Yeah.
Talk to these young men. Talk to them. Make an effort. I don't care if they say they don't want to listen, but just do it because we see what not talking to them is getting.
Right. You that comfortable to pull out your male part.
He would bring his own little towel.
Wow.
He would bring his own
personalized towel.
Oh, so he was ready. He was ready.
I got my own towel.
What was so
I
you
can't
just
be bad.
That's about like I know this outside of this is outside of the conversation, but I think it kind of quote unquote fits in. It's almost like R. Kelly shouldn't be the only person going to jail, because going back to TaShon, his tribe should be going too.
Listen. Hey,
y'all about to touch on something. Y'all know that's a
The freaks come out with the money, boy.
Y'all.
Not the freaks come out.
They done gave that man 30 years.
Listen.
30 years.
Why not?
I mean, I agree with it because I mean, what he did was wrong, but
I cannot justify a grown adult man preying on the weak.
My problem, my issue, they need to come after everybody, and he is not the only one. Especially those white men and women
with their private islands.
Yes. So my thing is, come after
they won't
all of them
because the listing. Let me tell you something. The guest list on that private island with the white folks is a little different.
Oh yeah, because you got judges and doctors and everybody.
Our guest list ain't got them people on that.
Right. We got the neighborhood folks.
They got people. You can't say that name out loud. Don't say that name.
Right. That's the only reason. You know. Like, I agree. They need to come. Like, I mean, hey, he did the. Wow.
And R. Kelly knows some of these people.
Yeah.
He was invited to that island. His name was on that list a couple of times.
Yes.
Yeah. But because of that list on that, that's a whole different list, though. That list, they got some old money on their list.
Again, I need to find Mr. Williams because Mr. Williams probably was on that list too. I need some money.
Right, you know, 101 TKO Radio, y'all. Thank you so much. Tank, the sports guy, who's always keeping us informed with the latest sports. Because I don't be knowing half this stuff anymore. Like, I'm
just staying up Netflix and
I'm Netflixing and chilling. And with that note, we'll be right back, y'all, live on 101 TKO Radio.
I apologize. Girl, you are the blame. Baby, sure, hey, baby, sure. Why is that? I apologize. It's rude to you. It's the same. Oh, I was to blame. Blue just didn't stick out. Cool. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah.
What's up, you guys? It is 101 TKO Radio. I'm your girl, TaShon of the Mail Room. And we heard you, LaRon. We heard you back there in the background.
That's my jam.
That song's not a man law violation to say. You did good on that.
No, y'all good on that. New edition.
Some of them other ones.
Right. BBD, was it BBD? Yeah, that was a song.
When you in the car with the windows rolled up all the way.
Listen, we are back live in the studio, and we're in the studio with us today, y'all. This woman, and I met this woman about 2 years ago now. 2.5 years ago. And I literally, I don't want her to take this wrong way, but I literally fell for her because of her charisma, her go-getness. I know that ain't a word, but
make it a word.
I'm making the word.
We black, we piece it together.
Right, and I put all these words to go. She was this woman who was doing it. And she set out a goal, y'all. She set out a goal, and well, number one, she believed in the mailroom from jump. She believed in the mailroom from the jump. And that spoke volumes to me. And we kept in touch, and she kept telling me about her journey and what she wanted to do. And y'all, this woman set out a goal and created, who does that? Created her own radio station, y'all. Y'all, please help me welcome the Chelsea Speaks, because I mean, like, who does that?
Can't even put a title on it, can you?
I can't even put a title. Like, who said that? She called. She said, "I'm gonna start my own radio station." I said, "Okay, go. That's good." Like, you thinking sometimes people just be like, "I'm gonna start this."
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you be like, "Okay, I'm praying for," and I'm praying for you, because I'm like, that's a big task. You ain't got to worry about me stealing that idea, because
I'm praying for you. I was like, child.
You're right. I'm like, And she did it, y'all. We are home on our new station, 101 TKO Radio. And we have in the building with us the CEO, founder of 101 TKO Radio, Chelsea Speak.
Hey, y'all. Why am I nervous? Like,
I know.
It don't be like that, though. It be like that.
Brand new on her station.
I'm sitting humble and everything.
Did you just press the button, too? What you press the button, too? What you pressing the button to just a few minutes ago?
Yeah, I mean, she over here fidgeting with the headphones and so forth.
She nervous. She know Tane gonna tell the truth though.
I'm in the mail room, so I'm like, man.
Tane gonna tell the truth though.
Listen, how are you?
I'm excited. Yeah, my cheeks hurt from smiling. I ain't lying.
But look, you are. I don't like to say busy. You're very productive.
Mm-hmm.
Like you are working it. Tell us who you are and what you do.
I'm a pimp by blood, not relation. I'm Chelsea Speaks, of course. I'm just a woman with a lot of goals, and I believe in people, and my love language is helping people. I believe that when you help people, you help yourself.
Yeah.
I'm a life coach. I'm an author. Obviously a radio station owner. I have Women Are Dope. And I really just call myself like a purpose pusher because, if I see you and I see you moving in purpose, and I'm going to push the purpose with you. So.
Wow. I like that, purpose pusher. Capri said, whole squad lit. Yes, that's right. Lit. So how did this come about? I know what people don't really know that you've been in this industry. You're younger than I am. That's the first thing I tell people. I'm like, I'm not one of those older people who can't take advice from the younger generation. I love the younger generation. But what people didn't understand that you've been in this industry a long time. So it wasn't like you just got up and said, I'm going to do this radio station. Like you have the experience.
Yes.
So, and I didn't know, y'all, the child, when I call her, she can sing, y'all.
Oh.
Because I Google people.
Oh, wow.
I Google. She can sing.
Wow.
She can sing.
They'll put on blast right quick.
She can sing. She ain't like that Omarion boy. She ain't like that Omarion boy. She can sing outside the studio.
Oh, Lord.
She can sing.
Can she sing or she like Randy Watson?
Randy Watson was good if you ask me. That boy good.
But she can sing. I was like, this is Chelsea? And I'm like, so I'm like, this you? She sent me some, I was like, she got a whole album.
Don't
be trying to be over there, be all humble.
You are our guest, so we had to investigate.
Yeah.
I feel really exposed right now.
I was like, that is, yes, not a Marion. She can sing, y'all. Without the studio stuff, she can sing a cappella.
Don't it hurt your heart when you find out your favorite artist really can't sing?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something. I know you know this, and the reason you know it is because if you can't sing what they singing, that means they're not really doing it.
Absolutely.
Right. So tell us how your journey started?
Well, my journey started first in music.
Okay.
I grew up singing Preacher's Daughter. I started out singing opera.
PK key. That explains a lot, don't it?
I did that. I was a praise and worship leader. I read and write music. I play piano. I thought I was gonna be in the industry, and I did that for years. And I just had my run through with the music industry, and I was like, you know what? I'm not built for some of the things that they were doing, and I'm not the type of person you can tell me kind of what to do. That ain't gonna happen. So I just kept stumbling out through life, and then one day I decided to go to school for radio. So I got a scholarship from B103 for radio, television, broadcasting. Greg Street gave me a $14 scholarship. So I went to school. I graduated top honors. I got my first internship at B103, Frank and Wanda.
Wow.
So it's been like 3 years since now. So I've just been managing different radio stations. And finally I got to a point where I felt like the people around me, the people connected to me, the only way, and I think I shared this with Takeover Point, the only way that we're going to be treated right, our brands are going to be taken seriously, is if I do it. I know I'm not saying I'm better than nobody, but I just felt like for my personal journey, it was my responsibility to do this radio station for people like us because we deserve that professionalism. And so everything I've done is just a conundrum and a combination of me getting tired of people telling me what I could and couldn't do. And then with music, if you know music, you know radio. And as a music artist, I would always say, I'm going to get a radio station so I can play my own music. Here I am.
Wow. And you spoke this.
This was all
long,
like I'm talking about 10 years old.
I keep trying to tell y'all got to write those visions.
Let me ask you a question. Were you a praise dance?
No, I was a praise and worship leader.
She was a leader. Don't get it right.
You were up there at the microphone narrating.
I'm like,
get it right now.
I'm the Mary J. Blige of praise and worship.
Get it right. The praise lead worship.
You look like you were a praise.
I was a praise.
Like you still got your white dress, don't you?
Yeah. With the flowing skirt.
When was your last praise dance? 20 what? When was your last?
I'm doing that shit.
And so I had to listen to her. I had to listen to her and the crew. You have to be. I will never. Y'all know.
How you welcome the morning?
If y'all can see the shine eyes.
Don't play with the Lord.
Chelsea.
Yes, sir.
You know, PK, I'm trying to tell y'all special people. All of my friends are PK.
Just a little bit.
Because y'all are talented.
And I'm on both ends, my stepdad and my real dad and my uncle. So
you got a trip.
And my dad went to Reformed Theological Seminary School. So I grew up Presbyterian and then we switched to Baptist. So I don't have an average understanding. My relationship is.
She grew up with a doctorate in G.
I did. Yeah. I did. Homiletic.
You know, y'all PK be serious because y'all are forced to be like, you gonna sing in this choir.
Hey, but you don't have a couple of my partners with PK kids. Hey, you have fun, man.
We had some good times. I definitely put the definition.
But them were the bad kids. So they got you in trouble. They be sitting up there with their Bible open like they ain't did nothing. And you be over there getting caught.
Yo,
you be like,
they do it in church.
I got
my wife's a PK child too, and definitely.
Mm-hmm. See, y'all, but y'all good people though. We play too. I'm trying to tell. I'm like, you are so phenomenal, and I just love the fact that you wrote this vision down because a lot of people don't understand that vision is imperative to what you want.
Yes.
Like you got to write it down and you have to speak it. Is that where Chelsea Speaks came from?
You know what? Chelsea Speaks, I didn't realize I was naming myself Chelsea Speaks when I did that. When I first started Women Are Dope, I was like, because I used to go by Chelsea Speaks Life. And then I think somebody took it on Instagram or something. I was like, well, this Chelsea Speaks. And then I literally am growing, you know what I'm saying, into that person. And now it's like Chelsea Speaks is, I look at Chelsea like, dang, no, this is Chelsea, that's Chelsea Speaks. So I've grown into that mode, you know, and by the grace of God, it fits.
Yeah. Has it hit you that you are a radio station owner?
No, because I'm nervous right here. Like I don't own the station. Like I'm fixing in my hands because I think that one of my strengths is I don't like to look at what I do because I don't want everyone to get caught up or comfortable. Yeah. So I like that, you know, people are like, you know, you're on a radio station, but for me, I see so much more. Yeah. So I'm not satisfied until. Yeah. So it'll, in my mind, when you serve a big God, I mean, it'll do God. Yeah. You know, I expect God to do big things. Right. So has it hit me? Honestly, no. Wow. I don't know when it will. Yeah. To be honest. I think sometimes people in success, they act like they have this big. I mean, I have my days. I'm like, oh, this is really cool, but I don't think I really just.
You know,
now when the bill hits, I do.
Right. You be like, oh yeah. I'm
older. It'll never hit. It'll never hit. If you continue to be that genuine person that you are, you will never hit it because you're still continue to do great things and you'll continue wanting to do even more great things. So it will never. So I commend you. I definitely commend you on doing that and making a platform not only for yourself but a platform for someone of your color as well. And that's something that I've started preaching more about is we created the table in the first place that was taken from us. Why we can't continue to make that table or step away and make our own table. And I feel like that's what you're doing. You're making your table. Yeah.
Somebody said, Carrie said, it's giving humble boss. Yes. Another user said, she sounds like my wife. She's a PK and she sings too. And he said, they said, preach, God is preach. Hey, see, that's you.
Now, let's talk about something. Let's be honest. One of the reasons I'm here, let's talk about the relationships that you've maintained.
Okay.
Because that's the biggest thing. Like literally, me and you we have history. You know me.
Yep. Yeah.
And so basically the last couple of years, seeing how things have changed and developed.
Yeah.
Talk about how you have maintained the friendships and relationships that's got us here.
You know, honesty is the best form of loyalty.
I hope y'all listening, because I know y'all listening.
Honesty is the
Wait, say that again.
Honesty is the best form of loyalty.
Yes.
You know, being honest with people, you guys taught me how to be friends. You know what I'm saying? I've always kind of been a loner, especially when you're in the entertainment industry. And it was just Chelsea Speak, so I've always just carried myself. But then when you meet people with the same passion, who just really rock with you, because like even with TaShon, I used to think TaShon looked mean, but until I found out she's the sweetest person ever and Tank the same way.
So saying all that on air,
I'm sorry.
You blowing my cover now.
Last week you couldn't count. You couldn't count.
I just went through therapy for that. I just finished. You see, that's how black people, that's how owners do. They bring up the past.
That thing had me jumbled up. But
you're lucky because I shot you 67 cents.
I started bringing 47 cents. No, but I kept my relationships by being honest with people. And then just being. People want to see action.
Yeah.
And my love language is also I give the love that I need. So I found that when I needed people to believe in me, I believed in people. Right. And that allowed me to keep the relationships. And I kept people updated on what was going on. You know, it wasn't like I said, hey, I'm going to start a radio station and y'all didn't hear from me for 4 months. No. Every step of the way, you guys, as you know, my people, my talent and my friends were right there. So it's just a lot of honesty with other people and first with myself about what I could and couldn't do. And then I kept relationships because, you know, I pray over, you know what I'm saying? Lord, show me. And some, even the ones that have fallen away, they've all made me better. So I think constantly being okay with being a work in progress, it attracts. And it has attracted relationships to me that allow me to be, you know, imperfectly perfect.
Right. I like that someone said, love that honesty and loyalty. What you say, Lorraine?
There's no such thing as perfect, and the world and society has us striving to be perfect in and outside.
And that's what I did like about you at that time, because you did keep me updated, you know, even though it was like that 6-month hiatus for the mailroom, but you kept me in the loop. You were like, just hang on and look, I got you and this, that, and you know, at first you're like, okay, people just all talk at that time, you know, when I went through what I went through. And I said, no. And again, prayer, because I know you're a praying woman. And I'm like, but it's that honesty and that loyalty that you have projected. And it's like, okay, I'm like, oh, we got somebody in Atlanta honest, a black woman,
right?
Honest in Atlanta,
just a little bit,
just look, you know. But that's what people want, especially these days. You know what I'm saying? And then that's something that we all were attracted to. It's like, oh, she is about business. You know, it's like you coming in here. You like, boom, I got this radio station. Next thing I know, I'm signing, okay, here go the studio, you Instagram. I'm like, oh, she is doing it.
You know what?
Got contracts.
You know, I say this, like a lot of people, they want to start dreams and they have no idea that if you just put your foot out, God has resources waiting on you. So from our billboard to the station's location, like there were people waiting there. Shout out to my billboard, literally waiting to be like, yo, when you get up and running, tell us what you need. So within the first 3 months, we had billboards.
Yes, y'all. The mailroom got the billboard. don't sleep on the mailroom, y'all. Don't sleep on. He got a billboard. Okay, but that's the blessing of it. And I know that you're a full-time entrepreneur along with. So this is not a game for you. This is like, I'm in it. It ain't no half stepping.
Yeah,
you are up.
And I work my regular job at the radio station. A lot of people don't realize I'm doing my IT engineer work while I'm bouncing back off air. So when you see me popping on air, that's on my little break, and I'm back to doing that. I think the other day I did wake up and say, okay, this ain't like no conference. This is thing. I gotta wait for do it again. Like, I don't think I factored in that how much longer we got to go?
Right.
How long is lease on this start? Like, Nelly, do we have do we get a grace period or something? I gotta get up again.
Yeah.
But we're growing.
Yeah.
So delegation is starting to come down the line. But getting up early and driving out here, it is.
That's how you know you're determined and dedicated to your craft and your dream. And that's what people don't understand. They look at she's on the billboard, she got speaking engagements, but it's like,
they don't look at the work. They don't look at the work.
A long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when you see people in their season, celebrate them because there was a journey prior.
Yes.
I keep trying to tell y'all.
You have always said that too.
Because Instagram got y'all messed up. Y'all see these people
microwave,
that, and
we're in a microwave society.
Some of them made 6 figures over in 30 days. No, you didn't.
Yeah.
You ain't made no 6 figures in 30 days.
No, sir.
It's a journey. It's work.
You can owe somebody 6 figures.
Right.
You know what? There is a possibility to make that in 30 days, but the issue is keeping it.
Yeah, that's true. But what you doing? Because if it's that easy to make it, then go on and send me the formula.
Unless you're a masseuse.
Right.
Unless you're a masseuse. Surely they're making sense.
Right.
Surely.
We are live in the studio 101 TKO Radio, y'all, with Chelsea Speaks. Y'all, I'm just, again, I'm mesmerized by your journey. I am one of those women who literally, I'm genuinely happy for other women, especially women of color. And this is a male dominant industry.
Yes. Even though Kathy Hughes is the first lady of radio, you know what I'm saying?
Right. So how does that make you feel? Talk to us about that journey. Like, do you see any difference, or do you just you don't let it bother you? How do you handle that?
I'm cool with it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that for the first time in my life, I don't have to hide my strength.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So sometimes we call aggressive Black women and all this stuff. No, I'm just very determined. And in this area of my life, I can put that energy towards it.
Right.
So I feel more balanced, honestly, because I have somewhere to put that extra energy, so my femininity and my soft sides are coming back. So I'm okay with it because I'm developing as a woman and a businesswoman.
Okay. I like that. I like that you can keep that. You can keep being a woman in this industry. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times people feel like you got to be this boss B. I don't like using that word.
Yeah.
Word.
I don't even like being called a boss. I ain't even gonna flex.
Right. I don't either. I'm not your boss.
I'm not.
What's that move? I'm not your boss.
I'm not your boss. Leader, yes. Boss, no.
Not your boss.
Boss.
As long as it ain't master.
B-A-W-S-E.
I'm cool with boss. Just that,
that twang.
But you know what though? Really, it is a boss up because it is something that you should really be proud of, because the relationships that you've maintained and the people who are following says something about you.
Yeah.
Like they say, everybody can be wrong.
No.
Yeah.
And so when people actually follow you, and you saw that they were following you, how did that make you feel?
Scared.
Because that's like literally people are following you.
Man, I'm scared of my talent. Let me tell you. And when I say scared, I mean it makes me be on my stuff. I got grown folk. I got contracts. I got like real serious professionals that are looking at me like these people's careers are partially in my hands. So like I think the desire to keep my reputation good and the fear of failing other people is what keeps me pushing so hard, because I don't want to be the reason that my personalities or our radio station. So that's like, you have a healthy fear of God. I have a healthy fear of failure.
I like that, a healthy fear, because you do need that balance to keep you humble and to keep you on track. Because if you get,
comfortable.
If you get comfortable, that's when it's like,
and I don't really like the word fear, and I'm only going to say that because it's misused. You actually don't supposed to be scared of God. It's a fear, it's a respect aspect. And that's what you've gained from all of these people that have seen your journey. And I just made a post recently about a young Black girl saying that women need to stop being bosses and and that's what's wrong with the world. But then I hear you and I see that God presence that you're giving out, because one, it's not that you're trying to be in control or a particular boss figure. What you're doing is you're providing doors and dreams for other people, and that's what we're supposed to do. And if the world really understood that, in order for you to continue to get your own blessings, you have to help others. You have to bless others in order to receive it. And that's pretty much what you're doing. You're blessing all these other people, which opens your door of blessings yourself.
Yeah, that's probably the best thing, best confirmation way of saying it, because I'm an on-air personality too. You know what I'm saying? So I think that like the difference in my leadership and other people is I want to see y'all win, because that I win too. You know what I'm saying? And I want to win, so y'all gotta want to win. So if I build up my platform, if I build my people up, then I can climb on top of it. And having cultivated a culture of professionals and creatives who understand it, now everybody's bodying the scene. So for me, it felt like, okay, Chelsea, get this show, and this show up. Okay, everybody running. Okay, now you know you have that running start and you go jump on top of everybody doing a little pyramid. Then I feel like, okay, everybody now balance, now walk, like, okay, and then if I gotta get back down to the base, I'll get back down to the base. But I'm cool with being the base in the situation, because that's the strongest form on a place on a pyramid. So I understood, and more leaders need to understand, if and when you build your people, you build yourself.
That's true.
When I ain't on air, the mailroom is on air. When me and I hear the raw talk, you know what I'm saying? I built it so that the engine can run, and it can, like, it'll always be running.
But people don't really realize that, because, and this is something that fellas, in the mailroom, we got to be honest. And I tell, fellas all the time, listen, if you won't do it, and if it's God's will, you don't think he's going to take a woman and do it?
Listen, hey.
If he said, I'll make the very rocks shout my name. You don't think he'll take a woman and accomplish what you can't do? And so a lot of the stigma is male driven, like you said, and it shouldn't be, because my thing is this: relationship maintaining has no gender. If you're great at maintaining relationships, if you're great at treating people the way they should, you're going to see the results. And the result is people actually follow you.
That was big for me.
Like getting text messages saying, hey, I want to do this. Hey, we want to do this. Like literally before you can even ask. It is. I mean, that speaks volumes to the relationships that you've built over the years. So, I mean, kudos to you.
Thank y'all.
101 TKO Radio, y'all. We're live in the studio with Chelsea Speech, and coming back out, got me all coming back after this break. We're gonna talk more with Chelsea Speech and get down and dirty with some. I got some questions.
I love that. I got some shame.
That's always that one. So stay connected. I am muted on StreamYard, but stay connected. Live on 101 TKO Radio.
I wanted to come in this morning, just drop a roll of coins.
are so, god damn, why? You're so mean, bruh. That's all right though. I am not a king. I am not a king and queen. I am a god. That's all right. Why don't you respond? Well pure too. I don't know well pure.
Wow.
Makes a difference.
Yep. And we're back live in the studio, 101 TKO Radio, and it's your girl TaShon of the Mailroom. And we got in the studio, in our own studio, y'all, Chelsea Speaks, y'all. And for those who are just joining us, we want you to tune in to www.101tkoradio.com so that you can get the full experience of the music and the interview. But if you're unable to, and you're on StreamYard, you can do that, but the music is muted due to Facebook because they have been shutting me down. My page is now restricted. Big old sign restricted. Okay, whatever. Haters. I know, just haters. Just,
you know what it is.
Mark them don't want nobody else.
They want. I often say they want some of that money. That's
they want that money. So, but we are live back in the studio with Chelsea Speaks. How you feeling?
I'm good.
You good?
I don't know what that was. I wanted to say good and I wanted to sing at the same time, so it just came out together. I'm sorry. I'm here. I might be black, I might be ugly, but I'm here.
No,
sir.
We can get you to sing now.
No, sir.
So listen, you not only have 101 TKO Radio, but you're also the founder and creator of Women Are Dope. Tell us more about that.
So Women Are Dope is the reason Chelsea Speaks exists. It's the reason 101 TKO Radio exists. So when I started I became a motivational speaker, I found nobody would give me a chance to speak.
Really?
If you look at the pattern of all my businesses, it's always because somebody told me no, and I don't like being told no when it comes to my dreams.
Hey, girl.
So I would see all these women conferences, and they would be like, why don't you, got to go through this program and speak? I was like, bro, I'm not going to do this. So I built my own conference. I didn't want to call it Boss Women of the World. I wanted to do something that made people see who I was. I'm just dope, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So dope stands for Divine Overachievers Propelling in Excellence.
Oh,
so
okay.
we did our first conference in 2018, sold out event.
Yeah.
We did it nearly 2020 in the middle of a pandemic. We were one of the only conferences to be in person. Over 200 women, 27 vendors, 5 speakers, 5 panelists, and free food as well. And we did radio interviews. So Women Are Dope is like everything mixed all in one. So it's an experience of Chelsea Speaks and everything else within me. So it's a platform where, as it used to be just a women's thing, we're expanding on to the men thing. So we had men at our festival last year, enjoying it as well. So it's something that we're gonna probably be doing again soon. But Women Are Dope essentially is, my organization that just pushes women being dope and who they are.
Okay. Wow, y'all. I mean, like, that's what I'm telling you. The girl is bad.
Like that.
She bad. You know what I'm saying? And she's genuine with it. Because, you got some that I done been through. She ain't lying. Because someone, they be like, well, what's your credentials? If they don't see your name on a flyer or your picture on a flyer,
you ain't got to stay behind your Instagram
name. They don't give you a chance. I like that you created again. You created your own table. How scary is that to tell? Because I think a lot of women entrepreneurs are afraid to take that leap to create your own, no matter how small you think it's going to be, or how, like, what advice can you give to other women entrepreneurs?
Well, I guess the first thing I can say as far as advice is, let me give you a sign that God is leading you in that direction. I have not always, I've never really had a lot of friends. You know what I'm saying? I've always been solo, and I used to be like, God, why solo? Why solo? Why?
Right.
But those are times, and those seasons, God was downloading information in me. So, was I ever afraid of how to feel? No, because I was by myself. So I didn't really have anybody around me to discourage me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't had anybody to encourage me.
Right.
So when it's just you and God, I would just sit at my desk for hours, and I would have my blackboard, and I would just write my plans out.
Right.
And then I would just pour a glass of wine, and my second piece of advice is just ask. And I was surprised at the people that, opened up to me when I just asked them, hey, can I come do my conference here? So, for me, I didn't really have any nays. It wasn't scary in that fashion, because I didn't keep people around me to help to feed the fear that could have been there.
That makes sense. Arlene says she brought her folding chair to the table and then built her own table, taking notes. Demetrius says, I was afraid, even with encouragement, but God. Yes, and we need to hear that, because so many women are out here that are dope, that have a platform, but because, like you say, they don't have that K behind their followership.
Nobody hear them.
Right. Or their name hasn't been on a flyer or whatnot. They're like, oh, well, ain't nobody. No.
Nah, speak up.
Right. Yeah. You got to speak up. So with that being said, the opposite, I don't like using the term make your haters your motivators, but I'm pretty sure you got people who are just like, whatever, little light-skinned girl, little light-skinned girl, whatever. How do you deal with that? Because I don't give the credit to haters. I just always say those are people that don't understand God's plan for me. So how do you, in this industry, because I can imagine that you come across those people, men and women, just gonna write you off or whatever. How do you deal with that?
I think earlier in my career, it would affect me more emotionally. You know what I'm saying? It would jar my spirit.
Yeah.
But there was an absolute moment for me in my mind where I just was like, yo, you gonna see me. You gonna see me. So when I get to those events or those situations where it is a hater, I can't even see that you see me, because all I see is what I got going on. So I feel bad if you hate. At least let me know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you hating on me, let me know, because I don't carry that type of energy to allow myself to see it anymore. And I think that when people go on social media and even certain posts that imply, now I have my petty moments with my people, I'm gonna get them out, but I'm very mindful of how I say things. Because I don't want nobody to ever think that I'm on some, my haters. No, pain was my motivator.
Right.
The hater was, the pain I felt from what I went through growing up and coming to this growth period it was more painful and more motivation than any hater ever could be.
Yeah. I like that. I like that.
I was going to say, it's not understanding a mantra that I kind of consider saying, or where the present creates the present starts the past, which creates the future. And regardless of where we're at, we're gonna have a present moment. It's gonna be past, which in a couple of seconds, and we need to look back at that, because a lot of us, we get tired of, or not getting tired of, we don't want to look back at a trauma or a scared moment, and just like she just stated, that pain that you went through. Because I find myself doing the same thing, or I may say something, or God gives me that commission to go talk to someone, and they don't receive it well because I don't have those credentials. And let someone that supposedly got those credentials come and say the same thing I say, and oh yeah, okay, I can believe you. It took me a minute to say, you know what? Obviously, I just wasn't meant for that person. And you have to be okay with that. Because if that person becomes lost due to the fact that they didn't receive the message that they were supposed to receive from you, that's not your fault.
Right.
And so
a lot of therapy too. A lot of therapy.
Yes, therapy.
You know, therapy and prayer, because I found that as I started to heal certain traumas, the creative side of my brain was unlocked.
Again,
because it's proven.
We lock ourselves away from that. We lock ourselves.
You can unlock a lot of things in your destiny when you heal, as you heal. So the more I would go to therapy, the more I would, get things out and write. You know, it was like, it's like cleaning out a container, like you're getting the dirty water out. Now I'm getting to the pure water. Now I'm getting to the, so that's a lot of healing is my advice, people.
Y'all hear that, people?
Now stop running from your parents.
Goes to therapy. I keep trying to tell y'all, therapy is a game changer. Like, especially being an entrepreneur. Like, I have an entrepreneur coach and a therapist who helped me with this transition, you know. But you need that therapy.
Yes.
So like you said, so you can unlock that. Yes. Everything that's in your brain. Yes. So you can be creative.
And you feel like you got somebody, because when you're leading a group of people, you need one person, one or two people that you can just blurt it all to.
Right.
And
with no judgment.
Judge and not be, and get it off of you, because I can't go cuss this person, I can't go say X, Y, and Z. And he's an old white guy too, so I love my therapist. He be looking at me like, all right, you okay?
And you know, if you tell anybody, you can sue.
When the brakes off, the brakes off.
Tell my business, I'm suing you.
I'm gonna have your license, and your license. Play with it.
Right. It is that freedom. Like you could just, okay, I don't know you.
This song, go out and do it.
Right. Therapy is like, I love therapy, and I tell people all the time, I don't know who this user, but you're getting ready to get blocked. Putting all this set stuff on. I know we were talking about the boy, but you don't need to put all the stuff on here.
Calm down.
I know, right? But so yeah, I mean, I love to hear that, especially Black women, especially entrepreneurs, who are saying, I go to therapy and it's okay because this is what we need.
It's a luxury.
Yes.
That's what it is. Stop calling it self-care. Call it the luxury that you need.
Yes.
Like the new flex is you got a therapist.
Yes.
Right. That's the new
right.
Have you healed?
Right.
Have you healed? Yes. Have you healed? Y'all says, if you ain't healed, I can't mess with you. You ain't bringing none of that nasty stuff over here.
Arlene said, find someone you can trust to tell your secrets. Therapy. Someone else says, so glad that we are moving away from therapy being something negative. Exactly. And Demetrius said, I need a recommendation for a therapist and business mentor. So I do know I have people on here that are business coaches, life coaches, relationship coaches, business mentors. So this person is, Demetrius is asking, I need a recommendation, because again, it is needed.
It is.
You know, especially for women entrepreneurs.
It doesn't mean anything is wrong. It actually means something's right, because when you want to go sit seen about, that's the first step to healing. So therapy is for those who are ready to be right.
It is. Someone said it really is the new flex. It really is. I hear more people.
They don't want us to heal. If we continue to stay broken, that means that we're not going to push forward. We're not going to move forward.
Correct. And the conversation, just the fact that we're having an open conversation.
Right.
The conversation starts to healing.
Yeah.
And the thing is, the healing starts within your tribe.
Yeah, it does.
It really starts within your tribe. So, and I mean, to be honest with you, if you have a healthy tribe, somebody in that tribe is already your counselor. Somebody in that tribe is, hey, listen, I just want to call you, let you know.
Speak a little life in you.
Right.
Stop it now.
I
see what you're doing.
Speaking of tribe, I know you said that you were a loner, but how was your tribe going through all of this, like, developing not just Women Are Dope, but your coaching and the radio. How was your tribe, or how is your tribe?
Can I be honest?
Yes, please be honest.
Oh, well, I got shit on this now. My tribe was off the move like a quick weave. You know what I'm saying? They were there sometimes, they were not. She said quick weave.
She said all the fun.
It lasted 3 weeks.
That 7-piece.
That dude be wrapped.
Sideburns.
I had to wrap it up.
Sideburns with no bangs.
My lace was fronting on me. It was fronting. It was no, but I have Nelly, of course. Yeah. And then I have Preston. My tribe of people are very different.
Okay.
They understand my intensity. So, I was still learning, but then I would have my conversation. I would call Nelly, and we would talk it out. So, they were honestly very, very supportive. The people that I did keep close. Yeah. But the Judases that came along as well, they taught me about what a tribe should really be. Because people were screaming, find a tribe, find your tribe. Yeah. You need to be your tribe. Right. Be the tribe member that you want. Yeah. So I think that they have been diverse. Yeah. All different, all necessary. Yeah. And I'm grateful for every person that has played a role, because even the ones in my tribe that are no longer there, they made me be the woman I am, by if I ever get in this situation again with somebody who I know is good for me, I'm not going to let them go. Right. Or if somebody treat me this way, if I see it the first time, that's it, we good. Right.
That honesty, y'all. And sometimes people be like, well, I have this whole tribe. No, you didn't.
I ain't know.
You didn't.
I've been getting kicked out of tribes since I stay getting kicked out of tribes. Like every time I get in the tribe, I get kicked out, bro. Like, and then I end up taking the rest of the tribe with me. Like,
and you were meant to be there. You were meant to go and save the people that was there that you pulled out.
That's why I be fearful, because when I go to certain situations, I'm like, Lord, you finna send me in and take over. You finna send me up in a hospital, take over again.
You walking at her.
I walked in one situation, I ended up with TaShon. The next situation, I ended up with like, well, why I got to go? Why I got to be Moses and Aaron at the same day on time?
Ended up remember, I was the mean one.
Yeah,
right. I was the disgruntled one.
I felt like God's like, these are soldiers, guys.
Right.
This is line up.
Because I tell people in a heartbeat is my brothers and sisters. I can count my supportive people on my hand. And of course, I'm appreciative. I'm grateful for those that are supporting me and what I do. And I hold them dear to me. You know what I'm saying? Yes. And I do have a list. So when the mailroom blows up,
if y'all can see her face,
she's gonna be like,
she gonna be like, she's tuning in to Chelsea Speak.
Right. Okay, take her off the list.
I take her off the list. She did not buy a ticket. He didn't buy it. Oh, okay. He didn't tune in.
Exactly.
Okay. So we can't see y'all.
52 cents and change back in 1990.
I have a list of them supporters.
I mean, she going way back.
Because people want to, and I'm pretty sure you've experienced it. People want to jump on after the fact.
You know what? I think that people are actually not scared to jump on, but they're hesitant to jump on my train. Because I feel like a lot of people saw me, but they never pushed me and encouraged me. So they know you can't jump on this type of train.
Right,
you know? It would be uncomfortable for you to get on this train. You know what I'm saying?
That's the best way to explain it.
You can't afford to get on this train. You know what I'm saying?
So you cannot afford.
This ain't even going to destination so they don't even try. So it's almost like we have a protection over us that keeps us distinct from just anybody creeping up in here. They know on top, you can't just, we look like you can't just roll with us. You can't sit here.
Right.
We don't want your kind. You can't sit here. Not right here.
I'm old and black. I'll sleep on.
I'm telling you.
Hey, I'll draw a snap on my hand and be sitting there like, I'll tell you.
And that's what I come. I tap your shoulder and say, I'm going to need you to log out for the day, sir. Please.
It's like, is that Chelsea? Yep, but you wasn't on that train. You can't get on. You gotta get on. Where's the ticket?
I'm the conductor, the engineer, all that. And me. Who on the train, Nelly? Get them all.
Right.
You know, you got that one person that when you walk in there, they riding harder than you.
Right.
Yeah, we did it.
Yeah. Who was we? Where the bill?
I speak no French.
Right.
Speak no French.
Let me see your checkbook. Did you pay a bill?
Right.
You know, people be forgetting that. Okay. So how do you moving forward with everything? Like do you have new vision, new goals? Do you constantly change them, or do you just stick with the same goals?
I definitely can't stick with the same goals, because in any business, you got to stay innovative and you got to stay take initiative. Right. So to me, my goals are broken down in phases. Okay. So, like I said, we did the Women Are Dope. This time, we're going to do TK October and combine Women Are Dope. So for me, it's a trifecta. The Chelsea
Say that again.
So Women Are Dope, TK October. TK October is going to be powered by Women Are Dope, powered by Chelsea Speaks.
Oh, wow.
So it's the trifecta, and then powered by custom app design as well. It's a trifecta effect of all these three great things coming together. So to answer your question, right now, we're looking at trying to prepare for doing TK October in October, which is one of our ultimate goals is having a music festival, because that's just something that I was a part of that scene for a while. Yeah. And I get tired of motivation empowering events just be the same old churchy white shoes with the stockings and the bad brunch, you know what I'm saying? The eggs with no seasoning. So I like to make it fun. So we might have an alcohol sponsor there, a lot of things. So that is coming up. And then we are looking to grow just space-wise sooner than people think. In the next year and a half, it would be great to see us in a bigger space. And I do think that that's going to happen, so we can have more room.
Bigger space.
It's gonna happen,
Yes, it's gonna happen.
It's already in talk.
It's happening
right, Loretta.
It's happening already. They're actually happening it right now.
It's not happening here right now. It's not happening right now.
I brushed my teeth today.
It's not happening right now. You're gonna leave it at that. It's not happening here right now.
No panels swelling on the wall.
I'm telling y'all better get on this train, because
hold on. Did y'all smell that?
I'm telling you, I be smelling Mike. These are the things that owners do as a CEO. Smell your mic. I gotta smell your mic.
And you got
No.
I bet y'all go smell your mics now.
I got to bun it on.
I got to bun
it. You got to bun it on.
I sure do.
Where did you get that bonnet from?
Amazon.
Where you get your bonnet?
I picture her waking up like Debo smelling the mic.
Hey, look.
I'm bougie.
Myself.
I love everybody, but
listen.
If your mic smells,
I ain't mad at it. I need that.
If you use a mic and your mic smells,
I done learned it from church.
Hey, I know somebody who likes
them church mics be nasty.
They smell like repentance
and
repentance and yak.
Between them school and church mics, I done had my share, and I said, Lord,
especially the silver one that have a little bit spit left on it.
I be like that. They can't hear you, and I said, I know.
That's
you know what, talking about that, I remember as a kid, you had that one lady that was up there with them white diamonds on, and everything smelled like white diamonds.
That was my mama.
Oh, Lord.
With the white diamonds.
With the white diamonds, yeah.
White diamonds.
I still cannot get that. Yeah.
That brings me back to church.
And the fashion fair.
I was about to say the fashion fair. Everybody, I could never get that smell.
Yep.
And I said, forget it. I just can't be
that's
like that.
That's right up there with the Avon smell.
Yeah.
Why you trying to get that smell?
I was trying to get that smell because that was the highlight of when you walked in the room and you saw these classy women, that fashion fair smell, that white diamond smell.
Everybody has stockings on.
And Calvin Klein sunflowers.
Yes. But now I'm gonna be that new woman with the Bath and Body Works smell. So y'all gonna see me. Cause I can't do that right now and stuff. So I was like, that's your thing.
Smell like jazz and
I like that thing.
It's all just smelling like vanilla wood.
You're in your early 80s.
That's why I be like, give me Bath and Body Works. I'm gonna be that new auntie coming in.
Coming to shit, talking about I smell like cucumber melon.
Right.
My kidney hills, cucumber melon.
My kidney hills. Sure.
Here we come.
There you go. Sure. I can't do that. That white diamond stinky stuff. Look, y'all. We are live in the studio. 101 TKO Radio. We have Chelsea Speaks. And is it time for a song break? Or we just need to keep going? Okay, we're gonna keep, cause y'all, I'm still getting used to this new form. That's what I'm saying, like, y'all.
I want to ask you, how is it for you guys moving over to the radio format?
You don't even want to know. You don't even want to know. Because I don't want to be petty. Jesus is blessing me right now.
TaShon, have you gone through the drive-thru?
And Jesus is blessing me. And I don't want to be petty.
This is a different drive-thru, different side of town.
Because my husband does that for me.
No,
he does. He makes sure that they see.
He does.
Listen, I was telling Boss last week. Boss gave me a ride home, and I was telling her that when I sat down in the car, I knew that Chef sat next to me. It was like an overcoat.
I'm like,
just hey.
I'm in awe. Like every day, I'm happy coming here every Saturday. Y'all know I'm be first up, and I'm gonna be early. Yeah, but like. Because that's the motivation that you give me, you and Nelson, like, and then the team. So I'm good. I talk about y'all all the time. I know Chef be like, well, damn, what she doing now? I be like, yeah, that's what Chelsea did. I'm like, guess what Chelsea doing? Guess what we about to do? That's what we about to do. I got to get my hair did. Because I got to, But I mean, it's motivating. You know what I'm saying? Coming from, because you know the story. And it's like, okay, wait a minute. Somebody actually not just say they believe in it, but they're actually putting action behind it. Yeah. And that means a lot, you know what I'm saying, for the mail room. Because again, this is a platform and you created that table and you're allowing all of us to create our own table. Yeah. So it's not like no, I need y'all. We gotta have a cafeteria. Right. I need everybody to have a table. Right. Everybody has to have one. We all hungry.
A real good friend told us a long time ago about being a good partner. You know, and this is something that, you know, Farmer Wayne will always tell me all the time. You gotta be a good partner.
Farmer Wayne.
You gotta be a good partner. And so that's one of the things that I like. I like the fact that there's certain things of certain elements of a good partnership that you know are there. Being informed, just the fact that, you know, information is being given to you, and basically, hey, getting where you fit in. We know what you're telling is let's do this, let's do this, let's do this. I mean that's one of the things that, you know, the creative side, cultivating that. Because when you have a place where you can be really creative, that's where everything in the magic happens.
Him and our dope gave me that blueprint. Okay. You know, I think that was God testing me to see how well I could follow what was in my head to do. So when I learned how to manage all those vendors and all those people and speakers and personalities, now I can give you the radio station. So now it's like, okay, so with kind of putting everything together, I'd already had Nelly and my other people around me. So it was like, you already got the key ones. You know how to run the plate. You play football all your life. You gonna know how to, at the end of the day, you know how to run a touchdown. You know how to do a punt. I know how to do these things. If these things I know work, that means anywhere I plug that in, it's gonna work. And that's exactly what it's been.
Right. Someone said it's so great to have people, co-workers, bosses to bring their positive vibes to encourage and motivate. And that is so true.
That's the best. I was going to say that's the best thing that you could say. Because people get the misconception of that small thing that they do and they learn and they push it over to the side, not understanding that all those small things end up, if you put them together, that makes that better you. And that's something that I had to do. I was trying to figure out, you know, why did I learn how at an early age to use Photoshop 3.0 back in the days? Or, you know, why did I learn how to make music? 3.0.
We had like 52.
I mean,
you could have left out 3.0. He might have AOL. Lord,
it made me realize that everything that I've learned has made it available for me to do the things that I'm doing now.
And even my job at Walgreens as an IT engineer, seeing my boss have these weekly meetings, because a lot of people think all you do is like, no, it's okay to work a job and do this. I was able to pull from the play a 401k to do.
Y'all hear that?
My job taught me how to do those spreadsheets, how to establish those systems. So a lot of times people go to work and that's work. They don't understand if your mind is really in a process or a place where it can be developed, those same thoughts, I would be at work doing work, but I was planning Women Are Dope at the same time, my very first year. So that was probably one of the best years of my life. Because I wrote Women Are Dope. Well, I had Women Are Dope. I wrote my first book. And I competed in the Miss Corporate America pageant all in 2018.
Look over there bragging. You competed in the what?
I ain't tell you that.
Wait a minute, a pageant? See, you know that's what the bosses do. That's what they do. They be hiding.
I did. A lot of people don't realize. Like I started. My initial was I started selling paparazzi, right?
Okay.
So when paparazzi came out, so I got tired of going through them, and I felt like I could find another website that could do cheaper wholesale jewelry.
Right.
So I did Chelsea's Treasure Box.
Okay.
Chelsea's Treasure Box got me a vending opportunity at the Miss Corporate America pageant that I didn't know existed in Florida. At that pageant, at my dinner table, I decided I was going to run. That next year, I ended up running as Miss Central Florida 2018. Wow. That year, April, I placed third runner-up. In April, in May, I released Women Are Dope. Right. In September 24th, on the day of my conference, I released my book and had the conference the same day, and I did a book signing at the conference.
Child, let me go back and restructure my life.
Expensive preparation. Very expensive.
Do not be afraid to step out. That's pretty much what she just said.
And you don't know what opportunity could.
Exactly.
Because if I really look at the base, it really started with me selling paparazzi jewelry.
And
saying, you know what, I want to find a way to do entrepreneurship. And then just seeing it and getting around other women, I'm like, man, I want to do this too. Like you really can tell yourself, I want to do this. You really can. We see videos and stuff all the time, but but let me be an example. If I see it and I say I want it, I'm gonna keep seeing it I'm gonna keep speaking it until I see it.
Right. I want to go back quickly to you. Right. You said that
I don't want no threesome, LaRon. That was episode 1. That was
boy.
I'm not polyamorous.
Hey, that one of them things you just start scratching the side of your neck.
But like, I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know what happened.
The Mercedes experience. The Honda experience. We got the Ultima experience.
Somebody said, Michelle said, that's a word. Thanks for sharing. So let me go back real quick. You said that you're still working as IT. Y'all, she's smart too. She said IT. So that's at math and science. Right. And so, but you said that you took out your savings. So what people don't understand, you have to invest.
Yes.
It's not just speaking it and not just saying, I want to do this, but you actually have to invest back into your dreams. Talk about that.
Nelly, can I be honest with him a little bit?
Okay, so we're transparent around here.
I'm going to give you guys the raw talk. A lot of people don't know my car was repoed a week before my birthday because of what I did to get this business running. But 2 days later, God brought me a new car. So when I say I have sacrificed, I have pulled, because it's just me, which is people think, oh, it's just you ain't got to worry. No. I will go without. I won't eat. You know what I'm saying? I have times where I risk it all. You know what I'm saying? Like it's almost scary being not being afraid to risk it all. So I have done lots of pulling it and saving and sacrificing. Whereas I see all my people, traveling and doing stuff. I want to go to Cabo, dog. Right. But like I'm tired of scrolling Facebook, looking at the $5.98 for 4 days and 3 nights. I'm tired of that. So I just chose. I am choosing to build something that when I am in Cabo, I can play my radio station, elsewhere. So I'll get to that point, but sacrifices are necessary. And they're investments at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Nobody else is going to do it for me.
Not at all.
Nobody was going to pull it from me. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I just did not have a choice. Sometimes you don't have a choice. And after all the situations I've been through, I knew nobody was going to treat me the way that I wanted to be treated. So why not treat myself right and give my gift? So for my birthday, we had our release party. That was my present to myself. If you don't do this, Chelsea, here you go. There you go, baby girl.
No, that was big, what you said.
That is.
That word you use, sacrifice.
Because
let's be honest, we come from a culture. Whereas Black men, our ride is more important than anything. I mean, and as the entrepreneurs or the leaders out there, we don't do a great job sometimes in doing that.
Because again, we think it's easy, and I love that transparency because I'm all about transparency, and that's one of those real stories that I have to tell people all the time. No, you're gonna lose some things.
Yeah.
It's gonna look so
ugly.
It's gonna be ugly.
Girl, I wouldn't do that
right now.
Yeah. You know that
the uglier it is.
Yeah.
The uglier it is, the better.
Yeah.
It's gonna be.
Because you got them late night cries. You like, Jesus, let me just go work back. Let me just go back to my job.
You know, when I knew I was at my point when I couldn't cry no more, I was like, you know what, God, okay. Yeah. But I knew that once we started the station, I kind of expected an attack. And I think as a Christian and as a business person, when you learn to expect the attack, it's like, all right, cool. That's what you want? You want the car? Boom. All right, what's next? Yeah. Yeah. It's like, you know, that video game where they be fighting like this. I think I've developed a spiritual stance where I can, okay, that's what we're doing.
Exactly.
Okay, because what else you gonna do? What else you gonna throw at me?
Right.
Like, whatever you do throw at me, God has shown me time and time again. I remember first talking to Nelly being like, how we gonna pay the bills? How we gonna do? And here we are, you know what I'm saying? Not even having to pull from, you know, our own pockets. We're able to write checks, you know what I'm saying? And when we do, it's like, that sacrifice I made, that sacrifice he has made, that sacrifice, those sacrifices we have made, I see. And like, sometimes when you sacrifice, you hear God say, you're going to get it back. And when things happen, I'm like, oh, that was for that. That was for that. Or sometimes it's just like, you know, God, I didn't even deserve this. Like, I didn't deserve to come here, but you saw fit, God.
Right.
Those things get taken away
thank
from
you all for confirmation. Arlene says, right, invest in yourself. Speak, Chelsea. I can't type fast enough than what Chelsea said. But I mean, it's true, because look at my nails, y'all. I need a feeling so bad.
I can't
I'm
get
about to pop them off. That's how sacrifice. Okay.
Those things taken away from
Chelsea is that if you don't bob and weave, guess what?
You're going to get knocked out.
You're going to get knocked out. And on that note, TKO knockout. Listen, it is 101 TKO Radio live in the studio. We are coming to the close of another great show. I hate when we have to do this because we have to end our conversation.
We need to stretch y'all show out.
But I want to bring you back because I want to talk. I want to get down and dirty on this entrepreneur. Oh, I forgot I can't use that in this climate. Doggone it. Between Polly and Watson,
you know what I'm saying?
I can't
hand massages and coins.
You're right.
Coins, massages, coins.
How you walking down the street with nickels and dimes in your pocket?
Right.
Somebody.
You know, I forgot I can't talk like that. But I want to bring Chelsea back on because I really want to talk about the ins and of being an entrepreneur in this world. Because people, Instagram, all of these social media got it jacked up.
And not bigger than that, hot men. Because I'll be honest with you, they got some guys when you meet them got the freak out when you tell them, oh, I'm on a radio station.
You know what?
And they got to look at you like, what?
Yeah.
I think my thing is like, I used to lead with it, but now I don't because, and I think that's where I know I'm growing. Like so many people want to be on the cover of a flyer and this, but when you really get your status up, you do not be wanting people to know because it's like I might be in a club or at a restaurant and somebody, hey, she owns a radio station. Next thing you know, I got to have conversation. Man, I'm trying to drink.
Right.
Yeah, you trying to enjoy all this stuff.
And then I see how celebrities feel like you feel used sometimes because it's like you just want to take a picture so you look right. And which I get because we all do. Let's keep it saying. But the higher I go, the less I want to be seen. Right. But the more I'm seen, it's like I understand now why God says you ain't got to lift yourself up. He will make sure that you are seen. Like the more I want, like I said, the less I want to be seen, the less I want to be seen, the more God continues to show me. Right. And it's not even me they seen at that point. Wow. Live on one of y'all, we still like see this is professionalism. So they telling me my breaks and all that. But we're gonna listen. We got a few more minutes. I want y'all to stay connected right here. 101 TKO Radio. Don't go anywhere. We're gonna take a song break and we're gonna come back and we're gonna finish out this show. All right, live right here, 101 TKO Radio in the mailroom. Hold on.
And we are back, y'all, live in the studio, 101 TKO Radio. Chelsea. So we are sending the they made an executive move, y'all. I'm sorry. Because I have questions. I am intrigued by this interview with Chelsea P. And,
yes.
And so we just need a few more minutes of your time because I really want her to I want you all to know, to understand, because I know there are a lot of entrepreneurs on my feed. Yes. A lot, especially female entrepreneurs. And it looks grim. I'm not even gonna lie. As you all know, I recently retired so I can pursue my full-time dream. And people are thinking like, oh, you got retirement money. No. My situation was different. As y'all can see, I'm hanging on, y'all, but it's good Lord, because I have to be obedient.
You have to.
But again, this road is not for the weak. It ain't glam and glamorous. Even Ron, y'all are entrepreneur family. You're a team. You and your wife.
I was just saying before we went to the break, like co-signing what Chelsea was saying, because I'm looking ugly right now.
Yeah.
And money wise, it's like the bills start coming through and stuff, and you thinking you making those right decisions. And stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like,
you be like, dear God, just take away the dream right now. I don't feel like dreaming no more. I don't want to dream right now. I just want that check.
How high was I when you gave me
that? I have on my shirt from Latressa, the real Latressa, and she put on here as a business owner. She was like, I can do all things through Christ itself, change my prices.
Amen.
Because again, the reality for us, we have to charge. This is our livelihood.
Yes.
And I'm tired of people making us feel guilty about that.
Absolutely.
Because you don't go into Walmart and make them feel guilty.
You don't question it.
You don't go into Louis store.
Nope, you do not. Not the nail shop.
None of that.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But for some reason, I had someone, and I'm going to let you speak on it. I had someone to say, girl, you need to be like, I ain't going to mention their names, such and such with a book tour, and they on the #1. I said, first of all, they got a budget.
Yeah.
They got a team.
It's a little different.
It's a little different because they've been in this, and you have to have that money.
Yes.
And they have people that are going to invest in them without any question.
Yeah.
They got people who are going to be like, you know what, how much you need? With us, well,
I'm going to see about it.
I'm going to see about it. But the whole time you on vacation in Cabo.
Oh, yeah.
So talk about that as being the founder of a radio station, because again, it's awesome. This is phenomenal. But people don't understand the sacrifices that you are making.
They don't.
So talk to us quickly about that.
I think the biggest thing is knowing your vision well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you truly have vision, I believe that those sacrifices, it comes with it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people pray for strength. They, Lord, make me strong.
Yeah.
If you know one thing about God, when you ask to be made strong, He's going to put you in situations where you learn to be strong. You don't get given strength. You're not given money. You're not given. So like even with the money, I pray for wisdom.
Yeah.
Like Solomon did, so that I can get the wealth, not the riches, the wealth, which is keeping me a long time. So a lot of people don't understand how to ask for what you need to grow a business. You got to ask for the right people, ask for wisdom, ask for patience, ask for understanding. And I think that when I know that when I went to God and he heard my cry, and I was like, look, Lord, this is in me. I really want to do it. He also saw my heart.
Yeah.
And so he kind of, it's a protective process of investing because I know that this is what comes with it. Yeah. But at the same time, my goal was never to sign the back of the check. I wanted to sign the front. Yeah. So it's a totally different, my brain don't think like, so, what may shake somebody else up, it may, but I'm still here.
Right. And that is real talk, y'all. Like literally people, they be like, oh, you get to do it. No.
Nah.
You talking about gas, time.
People, you own a radio station, listen, engineering, flyers, Instagram, social media, personalities, because a lot of radio stations, they don't even want to push their personalities. I have to think about everybody's career and how it looks from a consumer standpoint, from a business standpoint. So learning all those pieces entrepreneurship is really about serving people because business is about solutions.
Right.
So all that in check as an entrepreneur, I think you have to have a very good understanding of what it really means to be in business. Right. Because some people want to be in business just to say they got a business.
Right.
Some people need validation.
Yes.
And then there are those of us who do it for the love of it.
Right.
Who really like doing this. And that is my major difference.
Yeah.
Your motive sets the difference.
Yeah. Because when that May come around, that March, when you got to pay the state, the registration fees. Or it's going to be dissolved. Your business is going to be dissolved.
And every month we got to pay the bills. I'm like, it's the first already again. Did we Jesus?
On top of your regular
on top of my regular. And I tell people, you know, I told them, I said, I got to be crazy to go out and get another rent on top of when I ain't got no kids, no nothing. I got to be in Cabo naked on the daggone beach frolicking. I wanted to frolic. You know,
with your umbrella drink.
With my umbrella.
You're right. It's like, okay, I asked God the other day, I said, Lord, I just want to go on a good vacation.
Yeah.
I haven't had that, like you said, that Cabo vacation.
Yeah.
But I also had to change it around. So, well, I'm thankful that I'm able to go to the cabin, you know, on a weekend or something like that. I said, but those prayers and those cries are not, because I literally asked God, not too long. I said, remove the visions. I'll just go back in the classroom and I'll teach.
That's real.
For the rest of my life.
You have to remove the vision. Right. You got to be specific.
Right. Yeah. I was like, I don't want to be an entrepreneur. I don't want to do. But again, I know that this is what God gave me because He gave me. So you have to, like you said, you have to ask God for that wisdom and that balance. Because if not, if you're trying to compete with other people, other entrepreneurs or whatever,
I got that type of energy. I don't have the bandwidth. And to me, that's a weak trait. You know what I'm saying? I'm in radio. What I look like hating on you?
Right.
I mean, my friends, women are dope. What I like hating on a woman?
Exactly.
That would totally contradict who I am.
Exactly.
And if God is love, then I can't be nothing but that. Even when I mess up. So it's my faith pushes me as an entrepreneur because it stretches me as a person.
Yeah. And it's a difference when you're a faith-based entrepreneur.
It's a whole, because, you know, yes, I love the radio station, but this is a product of our faith.
Yeah.
These mics are a product of my prayer. You know what I'm saying? The airwaves. This is the fruition part. You know what I'm saying?
All tools for purpose.
Right. Exactly.
Yes.
Because you'd be like, dear God,
man,
you told me to do it. I had actually had people to be like, well, sis, I don't know, because in this climate, this world that we in now, you're gonna need that job. And one of my other entrepreneur friends, she said, you have to now surround yourself with other entrepreneurs that understand.
You have to surround yourself with people.
And there's nothing wrong with nothing wrong with you working because the world, that's what we need.
Yeah.
But when you have
for you
those 9 to 5 tell you, well, you know.
Shut up, Sally.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I know. And you have to sit there and be like,
and your family too. Your family.
Yes,
because
you know,
my family members, they do not be entrepreneurs. Why would you go and do that?
Right.
I got done like that when I was young. My grandma told me I was stupid, and I believed it. And I went from having an A honor roll to failing. I dropped out of school.
Yeah. You have to, and I'm very blessed because I come from an entrepreneur family. So I'm very blessed to have that support on both ends.
Right.
Because in fact, they were like, yeah, we've been waiting for you to go ahead. Just do it. But then you also have those other friends that are like, hell, you know, gas is up and you know, you got bills. Like, I know that.
That's why I'm working.
Right. Like, I know that.
Yeah.
So I can imagine with you being, you know, having the radio station, like, you really want to start something with the inflation, this, that, and other?
You know, the people said that, but the one thing I think one thing my family did do, surprisingly, shout out to my brother, the Leach Firm, who's one of our sponsors.
Okay.
When you've been creative your whole life, my mama already know how I get down. She know I've been performing. So in my mind, it was like, I gotta do something big, something big. Like it was like, go bigger. And the next big move was this. So now, you know, when my family calls me and tell me, oh, we enjoyed the show, we did that to me, you know, was a difference for me. It wasn't like, oh, hey, you scared? It was like, chill, always gonna do it. It's no matter what. It's never a matter of if I'm gonna get up. It's when I get up. What am I gonna do next? It's never gonna be.
I can imagine, but that's my baby. That's her station. She probably everywhere. Turn on that 101. Turn on that 101.
No, my mom is bashful. She's like, Chelsea, don't tell mom your mom. Like, this my mama. Right. Mama, tell her I own the station. Like, we go back and forth. Like, I call her out. Like, she's super like,
wow. Live on 101 TKO Radio, yo. We just needed to just finish off this because again, I need people to, especially the entrepreneurs on my feed and on her feed, to understand the basis of not just owning a business, but the journey. It looks good to y'all, but y'all don't know the backstory of how we get to these points. You know what I'm saying? Like she mentioned earlier, that was very transparent of her to say, you know, talk about her car repo. I talked about that before, getting that car repo.
But that
you know, it hurts it. When you go out there, you be like, oh, okay, you got to play it off. You got to walk back in.
I couldn't argue with nothing. It was look, y'all, I was about to get in the bed, and I just said my prayers. I didn't do it because I finished it off. I said, in Jesus' name, I said, I'm working my prayers, Lord. And I heard, deep. So I was like, it's 11 o'clock at night. So I went out, looked, I got my bonnet on, y'all, and you know I live in a nice neighborhood, bro. I didn't want to yell enough because I didn't want my neighbors. So I played it up. I was like, can I just get my thing? And then 2 days later, I had a new car. My neighbor was like, yeah, I like your new car. I said, God is good. God is good. It's a 2017. It's a brand. You know, because I remember after I got my car repoed, and you know, I was humbling experience. It is, and I was traumatized. And every time I see a tow truck follow behind me, I be like, let me check the account because I know I paid that bill. But he followed me a little too long. You know what I'm saying? He done turned the corner when I turned the corner. Quick trip and pump gas. You know, you leave. Right. You know, he been following me. Let me check this account.
You weaving in traffic, man?
You know? You backing all the way up so you can't get to nothing.
And he had my car all the way hoisted up. And I was trying to figure out, when did you get it up?
Right.
Like, bro. And then when I went and picked up my things, I was in the new car. Okay. So I was like, yeah, God is good. Let me get my stuff. They brought my car around. I was like,
because you be like, man. Bro. Or, you know, even having, for me, I had my house foreclosed on. So, you know, that in itself is, but again, it's crushing.
And as an entrepreneur, you can't tell everybody.
You can't.
You cannot tell your talent that you can't go to them and say, hey, y'all, look, I just went through. Because they'll be like, well, you signed up for the business.
Right.
I did it for you. Right. You got to take that. You got to take that blow, and you got to really take it in your prayer closet and get comfortable with leaving it in the prayer closet. Because you cannot, especially radio, you'll have a million things going on and not be able to come and get on air. But this is my other sanctuary. So I leave it all on the altar and I bring it up. But now I laugh at it.
Yeah, you have to.
And that was a part of my story. So that's a checklist. If your car being repoed, if this and this and this happened, God is definitely working with you.
You know, if you can't get some nails done and hair done, you got to slick it back.
Exactly.
You know, you got to roll with the same T-shirt and jeans on for a minute.
I love it.
You know, you got to eat sandwich meat. Y'all don't want to talk.
I make a mean ham and cheese.
Right.
Put that thing on that door for me.
You know, but
she grill, huh?
You know, but you have to look back at it and you laugh about it and you thank God because again, it could have been worse. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I got my radio station.
Right.
And it's material. It's something that can be replaced.
Right. You know,
the one thing you can't replace is if you let your dream go.
Yeah.
You regret that the rest of your life.
Yep. And if you listen to other people, well, maybe that was God. Somebody asked you, well, maybe that was God trying to. Well, I looked at that person. I said, you know what? In the name of Jesus, I rebuke you. I ain't gonna ask God to strike you down because I know you still learning about Him.
You Christian boy.
Oh, I was bad. I was bad.
We said the Bible says we can pray for vengeance. I pray for as an entrepreneur. Don't pray for nobody bad. Pray for God's vengeance.
I was bad.
I pray for vengeance.
Some of y'all be on 285 cars, be blowing up in smoke. I prayed it happened to you.
I was bad. I'd be like, Lord, strike him down, because she just said something nasty bad to me. just strike her. Like she didn't know. I did. I used to ask God to strike him down. I was like, did she just tell me I shouldn't be an entrepreneur? I should
take him out.
I ain't got time for that.
See, this is why we couldn't be God. This is why we couldn't be. She did what?
Just regular folk and Christians.
I did.
Regular folk gonna kill something.
Yeah, Christians pray.
I was gonna use my higher power.
Touch him from the hem of the garment.
Yes,
touch him,
strike him,
let him know.
Y'all make killing somebody's house. Just Lord, just.
It's God's
They
justice.
need to touch the hem of your garment, love. Who gonna bring them there? You trying to bring them there?
You know, sure. But being a faith-based entrepreneur, you have to really just
hold on to your faith.
You do. You have to.
I mean, squeeze that thing.
Some of y'all got your faith in one hand and a pistol in the other.
Yes,
right. You know,
yes, it's necessary.
So before we wrap this up, tell us what you got going on and what can we expect from you, and how can we support you from as the mailroom and as from the audience? What's going on? What's coming up?
Well, definitely the mailroom continues to grow and flourish. Yeah. That's the best thing you can do. For everybody listening, please continue just to listen. If when you get in your car, just turn it on. If you're in your kitchen cooking, just play it softly in the background. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we're doing something in the next couple weeks. We're starting a share your screen challenge.
Okay.
So that just entails take a picture of you listening on the station and just share your screen and post it.
Okay.
So that's what I'm asking everybody to do. I used to say follow me on I Am Just Speak. Don't even worry about following me. Follow the radio station. Follow 101 TK Radio. I could care less. Follow us.
Right.
When you follow my station, you follow me.
Right. It's just that easy, y'all.
Yeah. Oh, and then we're also doing a stellar celebrity basketball game. Wanda Smith will be in today. So there's some conversation there as well.
Yeah.
We have the daddy-daughter dance. Of course, TK October. We are meeting for the all-black listening party for the mailroom. We're excited about that.
Yeah.
The back-to-school events that we're doing on July 30th and potentially July 31st. We're booked left and right. So, you know, if anybody has any questions, info at 101 TKO Radio.
Y'all heard that. Don't be trying to DM and be like, I need to add. No, she said, what's that?
Info at 101 TKO Radio.
That's professional. Okay, we ain't got time for all that. LaRon, Mr. Takeover, what you got going on?
Well,
coming up.
I got a good show coming up this Wednesday on Facebook, The Sofa Real Talk, about men not allowing their women to take control in the bedroom.
Oh, y'all make sure to tune in. And how can we connect with you?
You can follow me on Facebook with The Sofa Real Talk, Instagram, Mr. and Mrs. Takeover, and also our podcast on all platforms, The Sofa Pillow Talk. Best podcast ever.
Best part, and it really is. Y'all are so funny on there. I love y'all. Tank the sports guy, what you got going on?
First thing I'm gonna do is recover, because I know the Green's about to go home and recover. And the takeovers from being up late. Yeah, it was a late night. No, the Green, let me just straight all the couples on the show.
Oh, wow. We were binge watching.
They were Netflixing. They called it Netflixing and chilling.
I really was chilling. No, I was asleep. I told you I was still looking for that coach.
I was like, was you asleep?
I was asleep.
God, no.
I was asleep. I'm gonna do better though.
Again, what character were you last night?
It's July 1st. I mean, the 1st of July. I got the second day of July, right? It's July 2nd, so I'm challenging myself for this month.
Okay.
The whole month.
The whole month. I'm going back on my health thing. You know, trying to do the exercise. I practice walking in the hills. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna be doing that.
Are we leaving the drive-through alone?
Yes, we are. We're going to officially leave the drive-through for these next 30 days.
She has a drive-through.
So I said it on the radio station. I said it on the mailroom. So today will be kind of like my last day of getting my wings and all of that.
She had a plan in her head.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do this thing. So I'm gonna binge eat tonight. I'm a binge eat tonight.
My face is priceless.
And then start tomorrow. Communion Sunday.
Tomorrow, 12:01.
Yes.
After P Valley. Oh, shoot. Yeah. I know, right?
Yeah, that's tonight.
Like, yeah. We're gonna have wings.
So wait, does it come on midnight tonight?
I don't know. I'm not
Sunday?
Sure. I'm not sure, okay. But I'm gonna have to watch it tonight because I can't watch it tomorrow because after last week's show, that was Ooh. I had to fast forward it from Chef. I said, no, we ain't watching this in the name of Jesus.
The spirit of
not them scenes. No, y'all keep it moving. Keep it moving.
It got to be something serious when your wife cover your eyes.
Yeah. We have to talk about that.
It got to be real.
You know, you have to watch what you put in your spirit. And that was one of them. So July 2nd, today, I am going to, next 30 days, I am going to be, I should be a little.
Hey,
my jeans should be rolling down next time y'all see me.
Your Sagittarius will suggest.
Let me keep it real, y'all. I'm a big girl, and this jump be like my jeans and stuff are rolling down. When your pants and stuff start rolling down, they don't make clothes.
It's the clothes. They don't make clothes where they used to.
No, they don't. That's what I kept telling myself.
It's the clothes.
Yeah, that's what I kept telling myself too. It's the clothes. So you know. All right. So yes, y'all pray for me for these next 30 days. So.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah, all right. So until next week, y'all, I need y'all to come on back, same time, 10 a.m., the mail room. But I need y'all to go ahead and go on over to 101tkoradio.com. Tune in. Some more great activities coming up today, right? On the station.
Yeah, we actually have Bo Lavish and a couple more interviews. Yeah.
Oh, wow. So make sure y'all tune in today. All right. Until next week, it is the mail room signing off, y'all. Bye.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. I totally appreciate it.